Welcome back, everyone. It's been a long few months, but here we are. We've made it to the grand finals of the Link to the Past 2021 NMG tournament with Eriror competing for the title, and joined on comms today by Bitey and Fricker. How are you two doing?
Fantastic.
I am so ready for this matchup.
All right, I will leave it to the two of you, and we'll get this race started here shortly.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, here we are. We've been it's been an awesome few weeks. It's been some great matches. I want to thank obviously all the tournament organizers and all the mods and everyone that took part in the tournament and putting it all together. I just wanted to give a shout out before this final gets going. I really appreciate all the hard work everyone's been putting in. We've seen a lot of newcomers come to the game, some old comers coming back, and all of our regulars playing. So it's been a fantastic tournament, and I've been glad to be part of it for my first tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone's done such a good job from the restreamers to the mods. It's actually gone very smooth and very quick for an NMG tournament, and super excited for this matchup. Obviously, these two had met earlier in the tournament, and Buane took the first game. So Eriror needs to win this game to continue on to the double elimination round between the two. But both are extremely talented runners of this game, and it should be super fun.
Getting a no balls shout out from Eri. Hopefully, we have I think the last one what we had is 0 to 8 swing. Was that the last time? I can't exactly remember the numbers, but it was a pretty large amount.
Yeah, Buane got 0 blue balls while Eri got 8, which is a pretty large swing in this race. So hopefully, from a viewer standpoint, both of these runners get the same amount of blue balls to make it an interesting race. Should be starting here pretty quick. Got some good file names going on here for both runners. Two drinks on Buane's side and Destiny on Aries' side. Oh, baby, we're off. All right. So starting out on Escape, pretty straightforward. Not too much to talk about, but just talk about the PBs for both runners here. Airy is the #1 seed in the tournament with a 123.15, which is blazing fast. And then Buane, the #3 seed, just behind him with a 123.55.
Yeah, not too much between them. I mean, obviously, that amount of time at that level is huge. But yeah, I mean, both these runners able to put up 123s. We'd love to see it on a turn, but most likely we're going to see probably like a 124 or a 125 if we have a major disaster somewhere. But really, we should have two very low runs, two very hopefully close runs, and hopefully we see a great race here today.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for the raid, Shady Force. Appreciate it. Raiding with a party 6. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, both of these runners too. Their reaction to bad RNG is really fun to watch. Mainly because they're expecting bad RNG in particular rooms, and the way both of these runners will handle it, just to minimize time loss, is really cool to watch. Like we've got the same strategy on both ends for the first key guard.
It's actually funny. Obviously, you guys probably can't see it, but Aries actually got his webcam on his hands. I actually haven't seen that before. It's interesting to see his mashing technique, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I personally thumb pump. I don't understand how people index pump. It's impossible. But Eri is very, very good. And I don't know if you've been in chat where, we're racing with Eri, but yeah, he definitely mashes super hard when he pumps the controller, and it's extremely loud, but he does a really good job at it.
Yeah, well, I kind of go between the two of them depending on the room. I don't like doing my thumb too much because it gets tired, so I kind of switch and swap between the two of them, but it's each to their own. But you make whatever works. So Eric getting the right green guard RNG will cost him probably around 30 frames over Buane there, having to slash the guard twice.
A very good ball and chain from both runners. I did not see any clinks, and they have full health. It's always kind of like a part you want to pass, in a tournament game, especially the finals here. Just get me through ball and chain, not lose a lot of time.
Alright, looks like he's got a small lead here. Very minimal. Half a second at most. Shouldn't be too much of a difference here till we get maybe through Snake Room in the back part. Obviously, Key Rat, big time difference there depending on the RNGs, but we should probably get a 53 probably at worst for both these guys.
Yeah, you probably won't see too much separation between these two runners until probably right around Landmo, just because Landmo is a very tough boss to do optimally, and there's a lot of RNG factors within that fight too. But I'm fully expecting both runners to grab Sankart as well. And I know Aries been grabbing Sankart in his runs lately, and he's actually been on PB pace from doing so. So it's always a really good safety to have, especially in a tournament run like the finals. All right, we are entering the back half of Escape, where there are bats and rats and snakes, and they give you a bunch of fun RNG. So hopefully runners get through these rooms fairly quickly and get a good key rat.
Oh, nice RNG for both of them there.
Split in the middle on both runners here. Very nice snake room.
See Eri getting the snake on the top there, so electing to move left from the chest and spawn the bat or make the bat move to the right and then move up. Actually, something I just learned a couple weeks ago. Pretty nice movement if you get blocked.
All right, let's see how the key rat goes for both runners. Ooh, Eri. Okay, the rat stopped. Buane getting.
That was interesting from both runners. I'm Buane smacking head on the way back, so that was adventurous key rats there for both runners.
Yeah, it's kind of how it goes. Like, you have a good first half of Escape, and the back half is gonna load you with bad RNG. But Buane getting a lot of these rat kills. He's advancing the price pack for rupees, so it's not the worst thing.
So Eri's still managing to get a 50, while Buane getting a 53. So it's 3 seconds difference. So coming out of Escape.
Yeah, very good Escape from both runners. I mean, anytime you finish Escape under 6 minutes, that's a win. Let's see if I was right. Yep, Aries grabbing Sankart. I would assume that Buane would be as well, and he does. In the chest turn! What a gamer. Get your Lanks W's in chat.
I guess the timer is off. If anyone's wondering, we've got a 5:33 Escape from Eri there by the looks of the timer.
5:30. Yeah, that's gargantuan gaming.
Oh, Spoke taking an Octorok there right to the face. Lovely.
That's why we grab Sankart. Yeah, this overworld screen is actually very difficult to get through optimally, just because you have so many enemies in RNG, and the movement is just so important in this overworld, especially when it comes to like double pumping. It can be pretty difficult to do this optimally.
Yeah, that's one of the big things about skipping Sank Cart, is that sometimes if you take 2 hits from ball and chain, for example, then you only have 1 heart, which means 1 hit KO pretty much all the way through Overworld. So it's definitely something you have to take into account. Especially in a race condition, you'll see even people that don't grab Sank, you know, if they've got 1 heart left, they'll probably grab it because you don't want to be in that situation going through Eastern Palace Overworld.
And Eri having the commanding 5 rupee lead over Buane.
Really nice Star Force room here. Lots of these top runners make this room look easy, but to do that room optimally without taking very safe lines, it's a very input heavy room, and quite often people will miss or throw the pot the wrong way, so really, really nice from both runners there.
Getting into the dark key room. It's interesting that Eri decided to boom that Popo there. You usually kill that Popo to advance the prize pack. Eri could just be pushing off the prize pack, maybe for a later kill. And we're going to see how the big key D boost goes for Eri. And he gets a top boost, very nice. And Buane's pretty good as well. Boosted off to the right a little bit, but still much better than a bottom boost.
Nice diagonal boom there, coming off the stairs. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, pots are the final boss in this game.
Oh, getting blocked by that Star Force there. Having to go right to the middle of the stairs there. Not much, but another few frames. So it looks like Eri's just clutching little frames here and there, and Buane's getting a small bit of RNG, so he's just sort of maybe a frame here, frame there, but it all adds up, so.
Yeah, very nice gifted with greenies on both sides. You saw that Eri was already on bow, while Buane decided to do the menu buffer within the room, which I'm a huge fan of. And carrying that pot to the door, like I said before, pots are the final boss. I can just hear Buane right now. Throw the pot, please.
Both getting nice EGR room RNGs there. No far right bottom style force RNGs, that's always the worst.
Eri entering Armos with full 30 arrows, going for the top right strat, and he does pinkish strat. It looks like Buane's just going to go the simple top right, getting through the Armos fight. Both runners with a quick kill, nicely done.
It's funny, I actually didn't see the arrow going down. I don't know if it was glitched out.
I didn't see the arrow go down either. I was like,
That's interesting.
When you're so fast, your capture just doesn't pick up arrows.
Yeah, we got a 1046 Eastern there versus a 1052, so about a 6-second gap now. So picking up 3 seconds, it looks like, in both Escape and Eastern for a 6-second split, or a 6-second lead.
Eri mashes arrows. Interesting. Well, I guess I'm going to start mashing arrows so I can get a 1046. That's 46 Eastern is a really, really good time.
First spin speed of the game, and it's successful. For any of you that don't know, spin speed is a frame perfect trick, which maybe sounds a little bit harder when you say it like that, but it's basically holding down the charge button and swiping your finger across to the E button on the next frame, and he will go into a specific animation that if you go up or down of stair sets, you will get a super speed.
Yeah, for me, it's sometimes that first spin speed out of Saha kind of sets the tone for the rest of the spin speeds in this overworld. And it looks like Eri is going to go for library spin speed here. Looks like he gets it. Nicely done. Buane deciding not to do it. Oh, never mind. I lied.
That's
Just making
interesting.
sure everyone in chat was paying attention.
Eri doesn't, to my knowledge, doesn't usually do a library spin speed, but there you go.
No, he does not. The library spin speed actually doesn't save as much time as the exit from library spin speed. So a lot of runners will opt not to do it, just for consistency's sake.
Yeah, it's always a feel thing based on, for me, you know, like it's, if I'm feeling good, I'll go for it. If not, I don't. So
Yeah, for sure.
Are you just feeling it right now and decided to go for it? Or just being a gamer for the tournament?
Nice menu buffer to avoid splashy dashy. Looks like Buane is doing the same menu buffer. Very nicely done. The question is anybody going to cancel Stair Drag here? We will see.
Ooh.
Eri, you are a gamer. Let's go.
Huge frontal lobe gaming right there from Eri.
Nice. Buane does the exact same strat. Very nicely done. So that Stair Drag, it's kind of like Stair Lag, or Lag, sorry. Basically coming off of a manual staircase there, you get a little bit of lag. And we can avoid that just by turning, slightly coming off of it, or just using a quick A button press to kick up some dash dust.
Nice key bonk room there from Eri, and Buane going the left side, so two different strats, probably roughly the same time. Always need to see two different variants in the same room.
Yeah, Desert Palace is pretty straightforward. It's just kind of like an introductory palace, like right away anyway, as far as getting the boots are concerned. A lot of long corridors, a lot of big dashes.
Buane missing the slash there, and Eri getting a really nice cannonballs room. Buane getting through as well, so more time. Eri gaining slightly on Buane here as they make.
Looks like Eri also skipped that arrow pot.
Yeah, he tends to do that when he gets a double drop because he feels that it's not worth it to lose the time it takes to only gain 3 arrows instead of 5.
Yeah, for sure. Makes sense. Nice. Very nice movement from both the runners on the stairs. For me personally, I will take the time loss for those extra 3 arrows because my landmo is awful.
Spin speed off of the stairs, very nice, and I'm pretty sure Buane will do the same thing here.
Yeah, that is a very scary spin speed. In that state, if you touch the edge, you will fly off of it and have to re-enter desert, which nobody wants to do.
That was really nice down right movement off of the stairs. I've never actually noticed that. Instead of holding down, he held down right, and then get the menu, and then went up left. That was neat. Eri doing the Yuzu strat. Looks like he got a little bit of a more favorable RNG for the Popo Genocide, and Buane doing the fastest strat. So.
Oh, nice. Eri getting a 16 flat for Desert Torches. Very, very nice time. Buane is just behind, lighting the torches. We'll see how Landmo goes for both runners. Hopefully we can get a 3 cycle or less is what these runners want to see. Well, looks like Eri is going to be going for a 3 cycle.
That was a fantastic cleanup from Eri, so I was mostly watching Eri there, so... He fired a lot of arrows, but he still got his 3 cycle.
Yep, looks like Buane cleaned it up for a 3 cycle as well. So very, very nice fight from both runners. That is a tough fight to do fast.
We're going to have a 16:53 for Eri. Very, very good time, especially with Sank Heart. And we have a 17:01, so that's 8 seconds. So Eri clawing back, or gaining 2 more seconds. So Now he's got an 8-second lead, so it's just shows you it's you know, frame by frame by frame, but after 3 splits, Eri will take an 8-second lead.
All right, so this part we need to watch on Eri's side. The last matchup between these two, Eri did get hit on the fake flipper and had to save and quit. So hopefully this goes a little bit better for him this time around. Nicely done. A little scary seeing that enemy portal right above the portal we had to enter, but Eri doing a nice job. Buane getting through there, very nice as well.
Coming up to our favorite part of the run, good old Death Mountain, where runs go to die sometimes. Let's hope we don't have one of those today. Obviously, what happens on the mountain can depict your route in Hera in terms of hearts and safety switches and all that jazz.
Wait, are you saying there's RNG on Death Mountain? No. That can't be true.
Very nice dead rock dodge there. Look at that! Look at that cabbage right on top of his head. Look at
Oh my goodness!
Oh, and Wayne taking one hit there. I think you'll see a lot of the top runners. From watching them will tend to try and not slash those dead rocks if they're in certain positions. That kind of is what it looked like to me. Oh, Buane getting... Oh, I can't believe he made that out of there. That was fantastic movement there to dodge the Octoroks and the Dead Rock there. Getting through it in the end, though. Fantastic.
Nice. Eri hitting both the quick warps. Very nicely done. That'll save him a little bit of time. So basically every 8 pixels, there's 2 pixels that you can land on a quick warp, which is just a faster animation out of the warp. So it saves a little bit of time. It's like 12 seconds that you save throughout an entire NMG run just on quick warps alone.
I believe it is 34 frames exactly. I think Glenn told me
Yep.
that last time I
Yep.
asked. Yeah, you should be able to see it if you practice it a few times. September, it just basically snaps out of the warp animation a little faster. Once you see it, you get used to it.
All right, 2 different strats here. Eri did the boom dash, and Wayne is just going to chill here. Not too much time difference, but sometimes can be a little bit more convenient to do the boom dash, depending on how the next room goes with the mold arms, because Buane is going to have to hit the switch in the next room, while Eri can just dash right and dash down. Very nicely done.
Oh, smoking.
Oh, yep.
Oh, rough
Oof.
go in the mold arm room there. That's what you don't want to see.
Just what I was talking about. Sometimes those mold arms can give you really unfortunate patterns. Here you're having a very clean Beatles room.
So I'd say that 3 hearts is when you should be fine, but it's definitely at the stage where you might be thinking of early slash on the beetle. Nice cleanup though, nice recovery.
All right, Eri's going to go for the early bomb jump here. He's going to menu buffer, nice, and a dash to correct his position. Very nicely done from Eri. I know Buane also does the early bomb jump.
Hitting the switch there from Buane. You said 3 hearts, definitely. Oh, that's why you want to grab that.
Yeah. Oh, he's still going to do it from the bottom. Correct his position with the dash. Nicely done by Buane.
Fantastic. That is a lot harder than it looks. A lot harder than it looks.
Right, Moldorm, let's go. Eri getting the unfortunate left to start with, but handling it very well.
Yeah, he has absolutely owned Moldorm there. That was a fantastic fight.
That was a little scary.
Yeah.
Wayne gets some good patterns.
He went for that there. A lot of runners, I think, would have maybe let him come back out a little bit, but he just went straight at him. There you go. Dodging the frame roll. Nice fight from Buane as well there.
Alright, so we're going to see these runners start to collect some rupees now by pulling trees, killing some enemies without getting hit, and then pulling another tree. So we can get a minimum of 110 rupees, which will get us to the opening of Palace of Darkness once we get to the Dark World.
So Eri taking a significant lead after Tower of Hera gaining quite a lot of time there with a 22-12 split time versus 22-34. So he's now 22 seconds ahead. So I think he gained roughly 15 or so seconds there in Tower of Hera. My looks of it. If my math is correct, math is impossible, so...
Yeah, this is going to be a really good Master Sword pull time for Eri. 23-18 sword pull, which is super good.
That is ridiculously good. We were just actually discussing this yesterday about Master Sword times, and you know, when you're going for your first one in 24, and we're talking about, you know, anything sub 24, you know, 23.5x, 23.4x is a great time. Never mind that, we got a 23.18. That's just ridiculously good, and a 23.41 for Buane there.
But everyone's favorite run killer, Aghanim, coming up, so anything can happen at this point. Even though Eri does have a little bit of a lead, it can change drastically.
Oh yeah, doesn't take much in this game. Eri only needing 3 tree pulls. Or sorry, 3 tree pulls. 3 red rupees from the red tree pull there.
Yep. And Eri's going to get the rest of his rupees in Circle of Pots from in Aghanim's Tower. So we will have a little bit over 110 rupees, which is where we want to be.
I beat you to it, it's Chammers. Haha!
So the Aghanim's Tower can be pretty tough to do optimally. One thing that the runners are really going to concentrate on is not losing their sword beams. It becomes very important in quite a few rooms in this segment, so...
Yeah, Aga Tower is I think it's a split that doesn't get talked about all too much when talking about the, you know, the NMG game. But the difference between a very, very good top runner and kind of a mid-game runner in Aga Tower is pretty huge. Like, it's not uncommon for runners to bleed 10, 15 seconds in Aga Tower to a top runner.
Yeah, for sure. And Eri conserved his prize pack on the 2 guards in the next room. You'll see Buane do it here once he gets past these Golden Knights. He's actually going to dash kill both of these guards. It's going to conserve the prize pack, and basically what that is just a fairy drop. And we're going to save that for Turtle Rock near the end of the game. And Eri has lost beams, unfortunately. And most of the times, runners lose their beams is in the room that Buane is in right now. It's the Dark Key room, which is very tough to get through.
Yeah, it's basically a game of optimization. Runners want to keep the beams so that they can make the room that Eri's in now faster, and also there's one more room after this that's a little bit faster too. It's not much, but it's a few frames here and there. Oh, Eri having to boom the guard. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, he got it right there. It just looked a little janky there from my screen. No problems there for Buane as well.
Yeah, when you saw Buane, how he handled that room with sword beams was a little bit faster.
Yeah, usually you try to kill the guard, but obviously he saw that he didn't get the hit and elected to do beams for both the guards and made it look really nicely there. Alright, here we go. Blue balls. Let's get some blue balls guesses in the chats for the runners. What do we think?
If you want to watch blue balls for Eri, I will watch Buane's side.
I will watch Aries blue balls. Sure, why not?
Yeah, so basically in this fight, it just comes down to RNG. We have to hit the energy ball back at Aghanim to actually hit him. We need to hit him 6 times, but unfortunately, his RNG, he will either shoot out a blue ball or an energy ball most of his turns. So if he shoots out a blue ball, we're kind of at the whim of time loss. Each blue ball in each lightning cycle costs us about 6 seconds of time loss. Alright, so that's 1 blue ball so far on Buane's side.
Only one for Aries so far. If he gets 1 blue ball, it's going to be a stupid light world. Oh my god, he gets 1 blue ball. This is going to be an insane light world, I think, anyways.
Alright, so far Buane is sitting on 2. We do not want that 3rd one, because if he gets it, it will... Ooh. It gives us an extra lightning cycle now, which is another 6 seconds of loss.
And another one.
Ooh, and 4 for Buane. You don't want to see that.
I mean, I guess it is the payback from last run, potentially, maybe. Even things out again.
Alright, so Buane's got to win the 50-50 on this next one here.
That will be a 28-53. A 28-53 light world from Eri. That is...
Yeah, that's bonkers, dude.
That is bonkers. For a tournament run.
We got 4 blue balls for Buane and 1 blue ball for Eri.
So let's see what Buane's time's gonna be. Obviously, he's gonna have. He was behind about 20 or so seconds before the blue balls, and then after the blue balls, we're going to be. Let's see what we got here. 2053, 2941. So it's about 48-second lead for Eri coming into the dark world here.
And Kiki the monkey taking all of our rupees just to open up Palace 1. So the first half of Palace of Darkness is pretty straightforward. We're just going to be getting some small keys and grabbing bombs that will actually refill because we are mirroring back to the entrance multiple times before we hit the back half. It's pretty much our bomb routing. Most of our bombs we get in Palace of Darkness for the rest of the run.
Yeah, Pod used to have a different route, which is very similar in time, but it was changed once we learned that grabbing more bombs in Pod would help save time later on. So the route was changed, and here we are with the NMG route that we have in Pod now. I can't remember how many bombs the old route picks up versus the new route, but...
Yeah, I'm not too sure on that. Alright, so Eri is headed toward the back half here. He's going to be doing the hammer yump, which saves quite a bit of time. We don't have to get an extra key in the basement. So basically we are going to menu buffer specific positions, not only for placing the bomb, but also for placing Link. And it is a double pixel perfect trick. And we'll see how it goes for Eri. Tries to use a sword buffer there, has to reposition a few times. Down 1 more pixel. Nicely done for Eri. Just a couple of extra sword buffers, not too bad. Alright, we'll see how the hammer yump goes for Buane. It can be kind of intimidating to hit this trick in runs, but these runners have done it so many times over and over that it just becomes natural. They know exactly what to look for, where to stop, where to pause. Nicely done by Buane. Hits the first try. Down one more pixel. There we go. Very, very clean.
Yeah, very clean. He'll save a couple of seconds there on that room there versus Eri. Oh, picking up the 10
Ooh, the 10
from
drop.
Eri there. That's a beautiful 10, especially when you're at 2 arrows.
Yeah, that 10 drop from that Mimic is super clutch. Because at this point, as we go through the Dark World dungeons, we're trying to get as many arrows as we can. Ooh, Buane with the sexy statue is very nicely done. Ooh, Eri getting bopped by a turtle. Having a little trouble with this room. Ooh, takes 2 hits.
Turtle party!
Yeah, luckily he has the Saint card, because he can still take 2 hits from Helmasaur here. Ooh, he takes another hit from a turtle. So he can only get hit 1 time in this fight. He may have to take it a little bit safe. He does the spin speed technique, so he has the larger hitbox on the hammer, but he's got to be careful for fireballs and the tail swipe.
Getting a very favorable. Oh, getting very favorable
Nice.
RNG there.
He needed that RNG. Very nicely done by Eri.
Buane having a party as well here, not taking. Oh, as I was saying, not taking hits, but then he smokes one there at the end.
Yeah, also with the new spin speed technique to open up the hammer's hitbox, this fight becomes much less intimidating than before.
Buane getting a dash instead of a spin speed there, so he's going to have to re-spin speed here. Yep, there you go. So that's going to put the RNG just off slightly, but wow, look at this. Helma being a bro today. What is going on? Like, you just do not see that ever. Turtle party from both players, and then both players getting beautiful RNG, so we'll take it. Why not? We'll take it.
And you will see these runners grab the, or I should say, catch the crystal in specific spots. It doesn't save a whole lot of time, but at this level of running, it does save the crystal sequence. It'll be a little bit faster depending on where you catch it.
Yeah, again, one of those small time frames that adds up. I think it's about just over a second if you get them all right. I think 10 frames per crystal, I believe.
I have no idea. I know how to catch it, and that's about it. Pretty good overworld from Eri. This particular overworld can be pretty tough, especially how long the overworld screen is outside a pod. But also just getting like the quick warp by this dig can be very tough as well. We did it. 1 dig.
1 dig special. Let's go.
So the time they're aiming for to get into Thieves Town here is under 3 minutes, which both runners are looking pretty good to do so. You can see Eri doing the spin speed around the fastest garden high rule, Usain Bolt. Yeah, this screen coming up on Air's side is the Three Musketeers screen. Can be pretty difficult to do fast, but gets through it very nicely. We'll have to check the entrance times on Thieves Town for both runners. I'm curious to see what the lead that Eri has.
I think it got shortened just slightly. I think Buane clawed a couple of seconds back on Eri. Not much, but I think he had a faster pod. He had a 6:05 pod, so which is pretty damn good.
38:01 entrance for Eri. Very nice segment entrance time as well. Thieves Town's also pretty straightforward, especially like the first half. The only two rooms that can be a little bit troublesome is the Patrick Star, just due to bad RNG with the conveyor and the spikes, and then of course the Hellway, which can go very well or very bad. And basically what our runners are going to do is they're going to try to stop on the conveyor and Hellway on a specific pixel. It's called the God Pixel. It allows us to dash all the way up to the top of the door, but just because we get the pixel doesn't mean the game will allow us to do it. So it depends on the enemy RNG, and we're going to see how it goes for Eri.
So lands on the pixel, and as you can see,
Still
game
very
says
good.
no.
That is the best Hellway that you can do if you get blocked from the dash up, so it's very good by Eri.
Yeah, Wayne's on fire. He's absolutely flying through this at the moment. Wayne's not too far behind. Obviously getting a little bit worse off blue balls. And a couple of small mistakes in Hera, but other than that, close enough. Nicely done through the conveyor there. And landing on the pixel and getting it. Fantastic. Nice. You love to see it.
Yeah, that always feels good when you get the God Pixel and get through Hellway cleanly like that.
I just realized that Buane's picture there is pretty funny if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty...
I should put that on my mini mode arm stream next time. So talking to the maiden here. We're going to take her down and show her some light. And, well, you'll see what happens. I'm sure you all know, but...
Spoilers. Buane getting good RNG in that run.
Picking up the toilet bomb for Buane there.
Alright, Eri about to head to the blind fight, which casually, this fight can be a nightmare, but speedrun-wise, actually pretty easy. So blind is on a script, and the same thing's going to happen every time, as long as we hit blind frame perfectly and do the right movements. This fight, speedrun-wise, can be pretty easy.
Both guys keeping their beams all the way through here. What is this all about?
I didn't even know that was possible.
Nice fight there from Eri, no problems. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe that having beams allows you to do blind slightly faster because you can hit blind further out to the left. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. I have usually lost my beams before I even enter Thieves Town, so... Alright, we'll see how the fight goes for Buane.
Amazing.
Very nicely done. That's a really good spot to kill blind. As you can see, the further blind is to the left outside of the light, the faster the kill was, and that was very good from Buane.
He got 4-1 blue balls, Josh, and he I had a minor time loss in Hera as well. Also, Aeries just being Aerie as well. We're gonna go talk to this little dude, and he's gonna warp into a dwarf who's going to make us a little better sword, which we want to have to make some of the fights easier later on in the game.
Yeah, for a very expensive 10 rupees, we get a new sword.
Yeah, so you can pay 10 rupees to get a sword upgrade or 100 rupees for a monkey to touch a switch. Something a little bit wrong there. Don't get me started on the flipper price.
Yeah, due to the timer, Josh, we actually had a 5:33 escape. It was gargantuan gaming.
So these screens are pretty straightforward. There's really not too much that can go wrong. Sometimes you can accidentally hit the warp if you're not paying attention, but 9 times out of 10 this screen should be pretty straightforward. We're going to see a fence dash from Eri. No problems there for Eri. Gaining that super massive time save there.
Yeah, that's like, what, 10-minute time save? Alright, well, Buane is just finishing up getting the Tempered Sword. Eri is going to make his way to the Big Key Room, everyone's favorite room in Skullwoods.
Buane's turn for the fence dash. Boom!
Shoutouts to Stuck Mummy on Eri's side. Did you say that Buane got the fence dash as well?
No, he banged hard.
Ah, heck. Alright, Eri may go for the early bomb jump in Skullwoods. It looks like he is. This is a very tough trick. Oh, and he takes the fall. Gonna try for it again. And gets it. Yeah, that trick is very, very tough to do.
Yeah, I agree. It's probably one of the hardest to do in the game, in my opinion. Oh, that's a weird bush ball there.
The bush rock, yeah.
That's a really strange place for a school bush, for a skull bush.
Yeah.
Nice menu, actually, there. From Buane.
Yeah, Buane can actually make up a little bit of time here, as long as he gets this bomb jump. He is going for early as well. Gamers! Look at these runners. He gets it, so he is going to make up a little bit of time on Eri for this room.
No skull bush either.
Yeah, if he hasn't had Skull Bush yet, he'll get it. Whoa, the Rod Dash from Eri. Nice swag. Alright, Eri about to enter the Mothula fight. You will see him line up his sword and do a dash for the first hit of Moth, which will actually result in a double hit, if done correctly, which looks like he got. Oh, Mothula being...
Extra slashes on Moth there.
Still pretty good. Only 3 spikes missing. Not too bad. But yeah, if you successfully get the double hit on Mothula, you only need 2 more slashes after that. So as long as Moth behaves, you can get through the fight with no spikes missing, which is very good. If Moth decides to chill at the top where the spikes are, you don't want to hit Moth into the spikes, so you'll see these runners do a poke dash, which Buane is setting up right now. Gets the poke dash, but gets hit.
Oh,
Nicely
nice.
done.
That was a really good fight there from Buane. Really nice menu as well. Very nice menu. Was able to see that he stopped above the block and finished the slash there. Yeah, perfect execution there, in my opinion.
Yeah, very nice fight. So yeah, unfortunately, Eri lost a little bit of time in Skullwoods from his PB, but nothing he can't come back from. When Eri's behind on his splits, he plays like a madman, so...
Yeah, Buane will have clawed back a few seconds there. Had a first early bomb jump versus an early fail. One less, or obviously a skull bush, and then a better moth fight by the looks of it. So he will gain probably 6-7 seconds here, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Eri just demolished that sign. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was awesome. He's like, this is what I think about the ice split. But take this sign.
We had a 47-36 versus a 40-14. So let's do some math here. 24 plus the 14, 34, 38 seconds roughly.
Eri also getting quick fish. Alright. Nobody got lottoed. Always a good day.
Anyway, testing out the deep water there. Why not? Go for a little splash, go down.
Yeah, that Ropa lottery can be such a bully sometimes. I remember my first time that I got hit by that Ropa into the wall, and like I clipped through it. I'm like, can I continue this run? This is illegal. Have you been hit into that wall clip from the Ropa, Bitey?
I don't think I have, no.
It's pretty funny. That was actually a really nice adjustment by Buane there. I think if he would have dashed into a dash, he would have got hit by that fireball.
Yeah, you want to have your beams here for sure. Getting a little bit of unfavorable RNG.
Alright, runners are going to be getting the spooky kill on that Freezor. As you saw just earlier on the Eri's side. Oh, we had a Josh menu there. We got through it.
Buane getting nice RNG there on the warp deck section.
Alright, we got bombable floor for Eri. This run can be very troublesome if you get the bad RNG. And looks like Eri got some pretty good RNG, gets right through it.
Slash that jelly, why not? Even if it's not in your way, it feels nice to slash that jelly.
Yeah, that jelly's a bully. Alright, so we have the Ice Palace bomb jump coming up, which is nice because we get to skip half of this dungeon.
That was such a clean way he dodged that last spike there was insane. He was so close to it, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a very nice movement. As noted too, actually,
whoa, gets through the jump. How did he get through? I don't know how he got through there. That was that was oh my god, that's funny. Gary going for the clip through the stairs there. Nice. Buane's turn for the hammer imp. No problems there for Buane. We're going to be going into the most beautiful fight in the world, Cold Stare. Shouldn't be a problem for these guys, but on occasion, it can turn into a party. And if you're not concentrating, it can go hella wrong, so... I'm sure these guys will clean it up, no problem.
Alright, Eri is going for the one poke. Nice menu buffer to check his position, and the final swing. Nicely done.
Beautiful execution.
Yeah, this dungeon starts to ramp up on the back half. Because we do the Ice Palace Bomb Jump, we skip the big key, we skip the upgraded mail. So basically from here on out, everything that hits us in dungeons is going to be pretty significant.
Now it's Buane's turn to have a go at Cold Stare. We're going to have 8 shots to the face. A little spin, a little poke, a little spin, and an unslash. Just like that. Easy, right? Nothing can go wrong, right?
Yeah, both fights were very, very good on the one poke.
That was extreme sarcasm for anyone that has never played this game before. That can be a really tough fight.
All right, now Eri is going to go to... I believe he's going to go right to Swamp. Yes, he does his shopping in the Meyer segment. I'm not sure if Buane does both of his shopping right after Ice.
Yeah, that's one thing about doing shopping later is that it makes your bomb routing a little bit easier. Because you can grab the bombs that you need depending on what you have. So obviously this level of gameplay, these guys are going to be farming or trying to farm a bomb drop. And, you know, if he hasn't got the bomb drop, which he hasn't, then they'll be looking to pick up a bomb here for later. That'll probably be most likely Eri's strat. And also getting the anti-fairy skip. Shout out to that. So it's one of those things, as you get better and better and faster at the game, the more time you're trying to squeeze gets you know, smaller and smaller and smaller. Nice slash to hit that bubble there. And Buane making his way to the statue to pick up a nice juicy medallion.
I believe Buane will also get the Ice Rod after this too.
That is the only time you should do double shopping is in Swamp. I know all these people that get Ice Rods and Turtle Rock and all that. That's just crazy stuff.
Well, it's better to get it in Turtle Rock because in Meyer you're going to have an extra menu. Ooh, and Buane taking the bomb hit there.
Yeah, and that's a specific reason I would not want to get it in Meyer, because if you take that damage where he just took it, then you're not going to have beams for Meyer, which is a little bit less favorable. But each to their own. It is slightly more optimal, I believe, to do the Meyer and Turtle Rock shopping.
Yeah, mainly because you'll see it on Eri's side when he gets there too, but he'll be able to do sword climbing because he'll have hookshot. But as you can see, Swamp Palace, not too scary at all. This is actually the second intended dungeon of the Dark World. So the enemies don't do a whole lot of damage. They just kind of inconvenience you and get in your way just for extra time lost with bad RNG. But overall, not too bad to get through. Nice hammer dash on Eri's side.
Yeah, smashing that Stalfos into the next dimension. Looks like Buane gets a quick warp here, I think. No, he didn't. I think he was just one pixel over too far. Gonna get a nice dash through the Phelps there. Beautiful.
I love that you still call them Phelps.
I will forever call them Phelps now.
If anybody has not heard the Bitey Phelps story, it's pretty funny.
Oh, Eri smoking that spike with authority.
Alright, so we're headed to the back half of Swamp now. You'll see Eri do a couple of things. So this first room, once he gets through the door, he's going to do what we call a hook dash. And it's going to put Link into a specific state where when we're pushing the statue forward and wobbling back and forth, it's going to see a little bit of a wobble. But this state allows us to pick up the switch pot the first try instead of trying to grab this switch at the top, which can be kind of troublesome. Alright, Buane making his way to the second water fill switch.
Yeah, Daverdon is not allowed in this category, for anyone that's wondering.
I'm curious if Eri's going to grab an extra bomb here for Spooky, or just dash. He is. Right on. I mean, he wanted the arrows anyway, so if you're going to get the arrows, you might as well grab the bomb too. I'll tell the story as soon as Eri's done with the boss here. He's going to be going for a zero cycle. See if he gets it. Oh, he might be able to save it. This is a save. Come on. No, the empty cycle.
Oh, I hate to see it. The timing can be so tight for that. Nice firewood kill there.
Yeah, he had a good setup. It's just sometimes Argus will have quicker movement to pin you against the wall. And Eri just barely missed getting to the left side of the puffs before he got pinned. So he tried to save it by hooking the puffs from the right side. Almost had it, but yeah, Argus
nice beam on that jelly there. Like, still got beams. Like, these guys got beams all the time. I've never seen beams here before in my life.
Well, you gotta not reset Light World, Bitey. Those arrows.
Well, sometimes, like, if you're doing, like, a backup, if you fail zero cycle, or, like, if you were doing regular strats, I wonder if, like, the beams would cause less damage to the actual puffs versus the slashes, was kind of my question.
I don't think you can damage the puffs by a beam. Ooh, nice double hook on the squirrel from Eri.
And Buane taking a little bit of a hit there as he dashed to the right. Just a little bit of an unfortunate RNG.
There's only 2 quick warps at the dam. So you hit both quick warps going into Swamp, and then you hit a quick warp coming out of Swamp. But yeah, I guess 3 in total if you're talking about both scenarios.
Getting bullied a little bit here, Buane.
Yeah, so it looks like Buane pretty much had the same fight as Eri did.
Yeah, very similar. Nice dash through the explosion there.
Alright, so fast and short, the room, the water room with the Tektites in Swamp, right before the Argus fight, is called Phelps Way on the practice hack. Obviously because there's a lot of swimming. And Bitey thought the enemies, the Tektites, were called Phelps. So he's like, yeah, these Phelps in here. And I'm like, what are you talking about? These are Tektites, dude. So yeah, pretty funny. First Tektites, whatever. I like Lanxion's answer better. Alright, so Eri getting to Mire 2, which can be a very tough room optimally. Trying to get a 1 cycle on all the enemies in the Wizrobes. Very nicely done. This is a huge reason why we want beams for this.
That's a different. I was very different to what I've seen before. He went for the easier quick cycle, but he actually fired the rod right instead of left. I always slashed the left guy first, then rod the right. But he'd rodded the right guy first and then turned left. I'm not sure if that's just preference or not, but
yeah, I mean, either way, we'll still get the 1 cycle in Mire 2. So
Buane's turn to come in, have a go at Mire 2. And Buane going for the easier fast strat and gets it perfect too. He elected to go to the left slash first, like I was mentioning, so cool to see just a slight variation there, but I think it's pretty much similar times. I missed the torch time there, but it looked like it was a good torch times anyways. It's hard to judge because he's still got shopping left, but I only know the times if you've done both shopping by now, so. Put it this way, he's on a really good pace.
yeah, it's very good pace for sure. Especially that torch time with both Ice Rod and Ether too, so very good.
Nice 4-bomb pickup from Buane. Super poggers, let's go.
Yeah, you want all those bombs.
Ah, yeah, he has done both his shopping, right? So he has done his shopping. My bad.
Yeah, both runners have done all the.
Doing Ice Rod on TR. Tell I'm paying attention this morning. So we're going to notice Eri here is picking up this block, and you'll notice that he is doing a little dash buffer where Link will kick up dust. So that's really, really important to do the spooky setup, which you're going to see right now in the next 3 rooms. New players to the game or people that don't know may not notice these little small things, but it's little small things that can cost you 12. Oh, taking a hit from the laser there. Wow, that's... I've never seen that before. What happened there?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've been hit by that laser before, but I think it wasn't until after the switch. But yeah, I think it can happen. I'm not sure what causes that, but very nice fight, video fight from Eri.
So yeah, not definitely. Still got lots of hearts. You know, these fighters can, or these runners can definitely do Vidi with very low hearts, so it's not a cause for concern, but just something that you don't usually see. Always takes you by surprise. Eri having a clean Vidi fight there, no problems to speak of, and still on a very, very good pace going into Turtle Rock. And letting us know that he has time save in both TR and GT.
Yeah, this fight can be very scary too, just because you're purposely taking damage from the goo, and then if you get bought by an eye, that's 4 hearts, so it could definitely end your run at any point. Oh, Buane moving forward, nice.
Yeah, that's a nice fight from Buane there.
Ballsy.
Really good arrows on the big Vidi eye there. Oh, you hate to
I
see
blame
it.
that on FSG.
Oh my god, he's smoking. Oh my goodness me. Oh, he's having a party now.
Well, classic game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why these squirrels, or dead rocks, if you want to call them that, they are just the worst enemy in this game. Not only do they just always get in your way, but if they block you, there's nothing you can do except for try to scroll the screen. But if you don't have room to do that, you just have to sit and wait. Yeah, that's definitely a better name.
That will, oh my god!
Oh, and boy,
What
you get
the... This is unreal. Yeah, both, well, that'll even things up a little bit. I was about to say that Buane has a chance to make up some time here, but obviously the Dead Rocks had other ideas in mind. Peg puzzle time for Buane. No problems there. Getting the quick warp there, very nice. Easiest quick warp in the game. An Eri with the nice torches.
Hey, buddy, can you take over for a minute? I have a cat emergency.
Sure, no problem. So we're going to be getting into the crystal roller room. Buane entering TR here. Dodging past this jelly here. Obviously, you want to let go of your D-pad there so that the jelly doesn't knock you off. That jelly can be a real bully sometimes if you're not paying attention. No fairy there for Eri. Nice chomps from there, not taking any damage. And Buane getting the left torch as well, no problems there. 19 arrows for Eri, he's probably going to skip that. The arrow pot. Buane making his way down through the roller room. Nicer RNG for Buane for the jelly. Eri coming into the pokies. Nice favourable top right RNG. Getting his fairy and getting his beams, which is a little bit important. Going to speed up one of the rooms later on. Buane getting very similar RNG in the Chomps room. No problem there. I don't believe he got his fairy, so he should have his fairy coming up as well. Getting the optimal beam switch slash strat there from Eri. Buane will be skipping the pot arrows too. Eri into the double pokies room here. Got his beams, so has to make sure that he slashes to the left. Sometimes you can slash your beams and hit that pokey, and then you're in trouble. Can be anyways. Buane picking up the fairy, getting a top left RNG for the pokies, and he will pick up his beams now too. And just like what we're talking about, this is the room that's going to speed up having beams. We get to make this a little bit faster, and just makes timing a little bit easier to squeeze by that roller there. Buane electing to do the regular switch strat. Coming out of pokies. And he will make his way towards double pokies. He also has beams, so has to be careful which direction he slashes, and taking the unfortunate bonk. But that's fine. I don't think that's going to cost him too much because of the crystal rollers animation there, or where it was in its timing, so... Laser skip there from Eri, taking a beetle hit, but getting the fast laser skip there. Aim dash there from Eri, stopping right in front of the door. Very nice. Missing the magic there, but going back for it. So, Eri making his way through Trinex here. We have the ice head. Very nice. They just get there from Buane as well. So we have an ice head, a fire head, and then the head in the middle. Using the backdoor Trinex strats. It can be a little bit troublesome. Shoutouts to the 10 drop. There's another drop I haven't seen before. A 10 drop in Turtle Rock there from the Beetle. So we get another chance to see this fight here. So we're going to see the dash down to the back of Trinex. They're going to smoke him with the ice rod, slash him 5 times. We're going to do the same thing on the ice head. Dodge. A little cheeky slash to the head there from Buane. He said, get that out of here. And then he's going to finish up with the double spin and a slash. No problems there for Buane. Eri's coming out of TR with a 1 hour, 14 minutes and 50 seconds. Very respectable time. Roughly around plus 18 on his personal best. Fantastic time for a tournament race. Hopefully he can have a nice Ganon's Tower and put up a 123. I'm not sure if we've had a 123 in the tournament so far. It would be nice to see one in the final game. And Gary came close, yeah. In the last race, he had a low 124. Yep. And that was the closest we got, so. We got TR here. Alright, we did. So we got a 115.37 from Buane, and we got a 114.50. So Eri has a fairly sizable lead here, so he just has to keep his pedal down and do what he's doing, and it should be the win for Eri, but anything can happen, so Buane's just going to keep doing his thing, and right to the finish line. I believe, actually, I think I talked to Doom about this one. I don't think it's to do with this. I think it's to do with being a pixel away from the tower, not necessarily about the sword. I could correct me if I'm wrong, someone, but I'm pretty sure it's about being as well. Is that right?
Yeah, it's both.
Okay, there you go. So 1 pixel away from Ganon's Tower and not having the sword out for anyone that wants to know the optimal time save there. Alright, so Eri dropping down into Ice Armos. Should be... Yeah, the practice hack, I think, doesn't quite show up. I actually made save states on my SNES Mini and timed it with a real timer, and I saw quite a big time difference between them, but I can't remember how much it is overall, but it's a fair amount of time. No problems there for Eri and Ice Armos. Flying through the first half of GT without any issues whatsoever. So he's going to be on a really good pace here. Buane managing to drop all his bombs before getting into Ice Armos to get that spicy menu save. He's working on Ice Armos, no problems for Buane either. He's going to have to pick up the 10 chest at the back left, being this low on arrows. I think Eri must have skipped it by the looks of his arrow count. And getting a dash all the way through as well. Fantastic. Oh, Eri got it? Okay, my bad. Rambo.
Yeah. Both got the chest.
Oh, double? Did he just double arrow those Stalfos? What a gamer. Buane having a nice Mimics 1 and a Mimics 2, so GT is just an absolute test of skill. He's going for the arrow and the fire rod.
Yeah, the Stalfos didn't walk far enough to the right, so he had to switch to the fire rod there.
I thought I just didn't like him and he's just making sure he was dead. But there you go. Oh, getting
the
a
extra
right
rod.
rod. Oh,
No.
rough go. Yeah, one thing that I like to note about using the arrow in G5 is it does give you an extra magic kit for landmos, so if you do have to use an extra fire rod shot, you then don't have to pick up the magic, which is a fairly big time save. Something I actually just worked out from watching last time. You got the one cycle there from Buane. SG Cup, I have spent a ridiculous amount of time in GT lately. I'm hoping that's going to end soon.
Yeah, GT is so hard to do fast. Oh! Gotta be careful with that knockback sometimes so you don't get the despawn.
Yeah, you probably would need to pick up this pod as well, right, for FSG? Because you'd have the magic. So I guess you'd have a double time save there. So going for that arrow is actually pretty significant.
Alright, Eri in the Ega 2 fight. See how this goes. We want to try our best to get 3 on the first go. But
Ooh,
sometimes it just...
that might only be 1 by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And that looks
Another
like 2.
1.
I guess, yeah. Oh, we're getting 2 there. Hopefully we clean up a 4 cycle here. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. 4 cycle's not bad. I mean, Eri's obviously...
I'll take a 4 cycle.
Yeah, nice. Finish from Buane there.
Alright. Eri just finishing up the 1-in-1 cycle on Ganon's first 2 phases. Nicely done. Now we got the teleport phase. Only 1 so far. And we're up to, I think that was 3 warps.
Yeah, I think 3 warps so far. 4. 4's not bad if he stays on 4.
Alright, hopefully we can get the double spin before the torch glitch here. No blue Ganon. Alright, gets 2 spins. Ooh, this is gonna be close! No, Eri! Alright, I still think he's fine here, even missing torch glitch. He has a decent enough lead over Buane, as long as he gets the double spins here every time. Alright, he's setting up for the timing.
I feel that every race that I commentate, someone misses torch glitch. Is that just like a curse of me being a commentator or something?
That's probably because I'm here. Alright, so technically you can get a triple spin on missed torch glitch, but it's very, very tough to do. But for the most part, you're just going to get 2 spins and then have to wait out Ganon's teleport to spin again. Buane gets the blue Ganon, tries to go for the second spin, does not get it.
It's a torch glitch, alright, though, which is the main thing. Yeah, I don't think it's enough. I think Buane is enough of a lead that it's not going to be close.
Yeah. I think Eri only has a few spins left. Oh, yeah. There it is. Final spin. GG to Eri. Still a phenomenal time, even with missed torch glitch.
I mean, that's one of the things about going for the spin on the far right. It is a very difficult spin and makes the torch glitch super hard. Makes the
Buane finishing up the last spin. It's very phenomenal time for Buane as well.
Yeah, we got two 124s here. We got a 124.27 and it looks like a 124.48. I mean, that's two exceptional times for a final tournament.
Parts of it that weren't very
good. For sure.
I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible. Get him away.
All right, looks like Aries taking the win there, which evens it up to 1 win for both runners, which means we will have a final game for the championship. Oh, baby.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see the torch glitch and clutch out 123, but that's the game for you. So no 123s in the tournament so far, but we got one race left to hopefully make that happen. And either of these runners can definitely do that. So nice to see that it wasn't anything major that caused it. So I think we have someone in the chat here. Who do we have?
Yo.
Looks like we got Eri in here. Congratulations, Eri.
Thanks.
Yeah, GG's Eri. Very nice run.
Yeah, it was a nice run until Cannon.
Until it wasn't. Classic NMG. How did what was going through your head on that second spin before torch glitch? It kind of got you out of position there.
Yeah, I hate going far left to far right. I have been practicing it, so I was like, you know what? I've been practicing it. I do want the 123, so I'll just go for it. Yeah, it didn't work out, obviously, but like I do have like a cue for it for when to go for the fire up, but it was just a little bit too late. It happens.
Yeah, that happens. But yeah, phenomenal run, and the Light World was very, very good. Coming out of Light World was an excellent time.
Yeah. I mean, Light World was ridiculous, especially considering I got Sank Heart. It was pretty much about what I want in like just pace wise, even before normal RTA attempts. And then I got lucky, got one blue ball. So at that point, I wasn't too happy because I don't want these places in tourney races because it's like the double pressure. It's like, I not only need to, not be nervous for losing this race, I also need to not be nervous because, hey, I see green on my splits and it's pretty awful.
Yeah, for sure. And it was just like very minimal mistakes throughout. I mean, I only saw a couple. Light World was extremely strong, and only one blue ball, which is definitely what you want to see. Skullwoods early bomb jump, just had to do it twice. But other than that, I wasn't able to see Turtle Rock. But yeah, any other thoughts on your run, Harry?
Dark World was just like alternating good split with bad split. I had a really mediocre pod with like turtles and slow hammer jump. Fierce was fine. Skullwoods, I missed EBJ, got a Skull Bush, had a really bad, awkward moth. Ice Palace was fine, and Swamp was Swamp plus the one cycle. And then I had like an insane Mire, which was only 0.2 over gold. So at that point I was like, well, if I keep gaming like this, maybe there's still a chance. And then I got deathrocked immediately. Well, I deathrocked myself. That was really my own bet.
Yeah, actually, both you and Buane got deathrocked by the same squirrel on Death Mountain.
I saw it. I was like, well, I'm giving Buane a chance here because he wasn't on a terrible run, especially considering the 4 blue balls. By the way, hey, Buane.
Yeah, for sure.
Hello.
Buane. Yeah, GG, Buane. That was a very good run for 4 blue balls, man.
Greetings. Yes. I will sum up this run. My worst split was Tower of Hera, but we got Cactus Dash, so feeling great.
It's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, Eri had a really, really good Light World, and he had a really ballsy mold arm just dashing right at him next to the pit. And yeah, I think he gained a little bit of time there, and then obviously the blue ball difference. But other than that, it was a pretty close race. Obviously, Eri missing torch glitch at the end there, but not enough time for you to claw back the win. So
I don't think I can really complain too much about a blue ball difference. I'm still ahead in blue balls in the series, so I'll take that, I suppose. But yeah, I have literally no idea until I just started hearing hearing you guys talk. Context clues. I didn't know Eri missed Torch Glitch. I didn't have his stream up. I never checked because that seems like the way to play Eri. Just assume you have to do your best at all times. Because even when he messes up, he's still gonna run you down. So yeah, I mean, it sounded like from the one comment that he put into the race room, it sounded like his light world was really good. And then there was radio silence, so it was very intimidating.
Yeah, he had a 2053 light world.
Yeah, pretty crazy time for Sword Up.
Yeah, 2719 entry. So I mean, that's pretty
Yeah,
close
that's
to my
sick.
best.
Pretty sick. We had adventures in Hera and Eastern too. Messed up everything in Hera except I guess the biggest stuff. But all the little stuff in Hera was bad. But that's literally every tournament run for me is bad light world. And I'm not that good at light world anyway, so it's not like it's shocking. Like, why can't I get a good light world in tournament races? But mid game was great. Like, I had my best pod statue ever. I got the terrible Skull Bush on the way to Thieves, and Thieves was still pretty good. I failed Fence Dash in Skull, and Skull was still pretty good. I had the world's most confusing menu on the Ice Palace overworld, and Ice Palace was still pretty good. Until I got ruined by Argus there. It was a really sick mid game. I was pretty happy with the way I was playing. T-Rock overworld, we both dead rocked ourselves. GT is GT, and then pretty unfortunate Ganon there at the end. If I'd gotten a really good Ganon, really friendly, it would have made it, I guess, a little bit more dramatic. We've had some of those races in this tournament where, one player's ahead by a bit and misses Torch Glitch, and then it's like, commentators don't know who's ahead. How many hits are on each player? We don't know. So almost really exciting there at the end, but just really happy to get a pretty good run. I would say, only a couple of real big mistakes and unfortunate things happened in this. So I'll take that every time, even with the 4 blue balls. Like, who cares? I played pretty well. Got to be happy with it.
You got the same time you did in our last race, I think.
Is it at the same time? It looked for a while like I was like, all right, this is, if Aries gaming hard, it's going to be a loss, but it's still probably my best time until like Swamp and then T-Rock and GT and Ganon. So still happy with it. Obviously, it was more good splits than bad. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, I mean, both of you putting up 124 times, I mean, for a race.
That's been the story of the tournament. We get one more. I guess Ari and I will try and put our work schedules together and find a time that hopefully is not next weekend to get this done. So we'll see. We'll see what we can come up with.
Yeah, it'll probably have to be midweek because I think my schedule with RC really doesn't line up for the rando tourney. So I think we have to put all those in the weekend. So I'd rather just race you.
We'll figure something. We'll figure something out. Yeah.
As long as it kind of works out with CSR as well. But we'll make it happen.
Yeah. But excellent run from both runners. 124s in a tournament is very, very good. And we get an exciting Game 3, which is much anticipated. It's going to be super fun. Any last words at all from either runner?
Just shout out to Ari. Tip-top player. He's been putting up ridiculous paces in tournament runs, out of tournament runs. Just ridiculously good to watch the last 3 years, but the last couple of months especially. Thanks to you guys, Fricker Bitey. Awesome job with comms. I'm sure I'm going to obviously listen back to it. And you guys have been killing it all tournament anyway. And just everybody else making things happen. Everybody in chat, having fun. Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, pretty much exactly the same. Except replace whatever you said about me, but then about you.
Right on.
It's great.
Yeah, thanks for a great race, guys. I appreciate it.
Glad we can put out the maximum amount of games in the tourney.
Have to bring up one point from chat. Tourney organizer winning a tournament. Does there need to be somebody to look into that?
I'm definitely not supposed to still be in this. I've felt really guilty because it's like I have really run out of time to stay as sharp as I've wanted to. So I'm actually really doubly pleased that my runs late in the tournament have been going as well as they have. But I fully expected to be on the sidelines watching one of the other great runners take on Ari, and it's just been I've been the fortunate one sometimes.
Stream. If anybody else doesn't have anything, I will pass it back off to the restreamer.
GG, both of you. Looking forward to the final game whenever it gets scheduled. Keep an eye on the ZSR schedule. It will be up there as soon as we get that scheduled. I win serious. Nice try. Moving on, we do have a couple other things on ZSR today. The Ocarina of Time Randomizer EU weekly race is on ZSR 3 right now. And a Wind Waker Randomizer tournament qualifier is on ZSR 2. So we'll be rating over there in a moment. Later this afternoon, I think the only other thing on the schedule today actually is the Minish Cap Randomizer weekly race. So that will be here on the main channel in a couple hours. Until next time, all, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Once again, congratulations, Eri and Buane. Looking forward to the final game. If you aren't following them, please give both runners a follow, as well as our two excellent commentators today, Bitey and Fricker. That will be it here for now. Until next time, everybody stay safe, and see y'all here again soon.